Hey everybody, Derek Pierce here, and today this video is for my members only. And the reason why I'm shooting this video is to show you kind of my thought process behind PBNs, buying PBN domains, and more importantly than buying what to buy, you have to look at what not to buy and what not to waste money on. Because a lot of times you'll see where people are going in here and they're bidding up the prices, and as a result, they're buying something that's just not worth what they're paying for, and they end up wondering why this is not working. So that's what this video is for. Now, right now, this is Sunday, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to come in here within the auction domains and look through these, because I feel like with everybody's attention being on the coronavirus and everything that's going on with that, I could probably find some stuff that was some decent priced auctions, because everybody's mind is on something else. Everybody's mind is thinking about something else. And so now I can come in here and find some really good buys. And so I've bid on a few of these, but one that I wanted to look at right here was this one right here. It's blackbeltjones.com. And if we look at this, if I click on this, you will see where the bid price is at. So you'll see it's $232, and you will see that there's 45 bids with 5 bidders. Okay, now there is still some time to go on this. If you will look here, let's look and see, this is 56 minutes left. Typically in the last hour, the auction will jump because everybody's kind of waiting to the last minute, because with these, when you're bidding through GoDaddy, in the last 5 minutes when there's a bid, it will jump it back 5 minutes and start the countdown process over again. So you'll see a lot of times in that last 5 minutes, the auctions just jump, right? So with this one, I predict this will go up, the price of this one here, but it's already $232. So when I look at this, and I'm going to grab this URL, I'm just going to copy the domain, and I've already posted it inside of Ahrefs to look at it. You see, right off the bat, you'll see it's got 1,600 referring domains. Okay, so this don't look bad. Domain rank of 41. But if we look at these, we can look and see, okay, well, and sort them based on, the domain rank of what's linking to them. And you see you got Adobe, Wikipedia, The Guardian, BBC.co.uk is a big site, big news site, CNET, Wired. You've got a lot of good links to coming to this thing. So then what I did was I just did a simple search to see if it was indexed. And you do that by site : and then paste the domain in there. And you come up with a big goose egg. So you see right here when it says site, your search did not match any documents. This means this domain has been de-indexed. So what it looks like if you put in a domain that is indexed, you'll see something like this. Okay? All right, so Black Belt Jones, not indexed. Not indexed. This is not indexed. So if I go back in here, and I typically do, this is the first thing one of the first things that I typically do is I go back here and look at the Wayback Machine. If you look at here, ABY, this is the archive birth year is what this stands for. So archive.org is the Wayback Machine. If you click on this, this is going to take you to the Wayback Machine. It's going to show you what the site looked like beforehand. This is very important that you do this, because you want to make sure that you're avoiding the areas that you want, the questionable type of content and the questionable type of sites that you want to avoid. What are those? Well, any kind of pornography, pharmacy, purse deals, and I say purse deals meaning, cheap Coach purses, or that could be like cheap Nike shoes, anything that's like anything's like a promotional type, obviously a spammed out deal. Any kind of old PBN, any kind of poker sites, you want to avoid all of those, because those are typically the ones that are most spammed. So if you see like cheap Viagra, or cheap Coach purses, or if you see something like poker, something to do with poker, then I typically avoid those. So if we look at this, this is 2020. You can see there's one screenshot. If I click on this, March 3rd, 2020. you'll see that it doesn't show anything. So I'm going to hit the back button and get back here to the screen. So we're going to go back to 2019, and we're going to hit the last date. So September 11th, we're going to click on this and see what we're looking at. And you see that there's a big blank screen there. So we're going to go back to the next date, and that would be August the 14th. And nothing there. So I'm going to go back up a little more. So we're going to go like to, let's say, March the 24th. See if we can find something there. Sometimes when the domains are in the process of being auctioned off, you'll see stuff like this where it will show up a blank page, or sometimes it will even show up the registrar default page, like a GoDaddy page or something along those lines. So give this just a moment here, and see what we're looking at there. We're going to go back a little bit further, and we'll go back to 2018 and see what we're looking at. Forbidden. This is what you run into sometimes when you're researching these domains. So we'll go back to November. See if we can pull up something here. Forbidden again. So we're doing this in real time, guys. So hopefully you understand like the process here that we're doing this. So if I click on that, I just want to see what was there beforehand. So I've looked at the links. The links look solid, but this site was not indexed. So if I look here, Black Belt Jones, Tech Savvy Experts is what this was before this went to the auction. So we've got a post here, advantages of using a robotic vacuum cleaner. And you look here, and what does this look like? This looks like an PBN. This is the telltale signs of a PBN. Because you got one here, you've got a robotic vacuum cleaner post, and you'll see there's a link here that's going out, I don't know, probably to a site that they're actually trying to rank. And then you've got benefits of using the IP Vanish VPN. Those two don't really go together. And you'll see a link to a VPN service. And then you got right here, video converting tips that you should know. This is clearly a PBN. This is a private blog network. In other words, what they've done with this domain is they've bought a bunch of domains and they've dripped content out on it to try to push something else. So this would be one that I would obviously stay away from, because what's happened here, it looks like that this was a PBN, and now this sucker is not indexed. So I would stay away from this, because this is not going to be worth anything to you. Now, if we go back to the Wayback Machine, you'll see that in this stretch here between 2016 and 2017, there was a drop in the Wayback Machine. So you see right there, you'll see that there was a site, looks like it was recorded at the very beginning of 2016, but then you don't see anything in 2017. So typically when you see something like that, that means that this site had dropped and somebody else picked it up. So if we look back here, let's go back to 2015 and just see what the site looked like from there, and see if we can get a better idea of what this was before they got it. So, okay, I don't know what that means, but that's what we run into sometimes. Let's go back to 2013. So this looks like they were just using this to push this right here. Magical, I don't know what that is, right? I don't know what that is. It has nothing to do with, black belt, whatever. If we go back, let's go back to 2011. And normally I don't do this. I'm just doing this to show you how these sites will, migrate from one person to the next, and how people are migrating them over. You see this was all the way back to 2010. They were using this. If we go back to 2006, you'll see the traffic was at its peak at 2006, and we'll just click on that. because it looks like 2007, 2008, there was also a change of ownership. So welcome to my portfolio site. The main thing here is my work blog. Okay, so that is that's it in a nutshell. So looks like this Black Belt Jones, just a basic site. 2016, 2017, they lost it, or they let it expire. Somebody else picked it up, turned it into a PBN, and then have let it expire again. And now we're looking at this bid. Let's see what it's up to now. See if it's changed since we've been on camera here. $232 with less than an hour to go, less than 50 minutes to go. So this is going to continue to jump, and somebody is going to buy this thing. And probably what they're doing is they're just basing it on metrics. If you look at the overview here, you'll see domain rank, again, 41. So somebody looks at this and says, oh, domain rank 41 from Ahrefs. Let's see what it is in Majestic. Majestic showing it as an 18. Oh my God, this is a great deal. But they don't do the necessary research after looking at these numbers. These numbers really don't mean anything if the domain is de-indexed. So that is the importance of research. Stay away from pharmacy, stay away from pornographic, stay away from poker deals, purse deals, anything like that, and especially old PBNs, and you'll be doing yourself a favor. So hope you enjoyed this video. Take care, and we'll see you real soon.